Hi, hello everyone, and I would like to welcome you all. And you took your precious time to watch this interview. And today we have a very successful author. He's a number one best-selling author of the book Being Organized. You see in my hand. This is an awesome book. If you really want to be more effective in your work, if you really want to be more, want to take out your efficiency, and you want to see, how can you get more result. This book is a must book. You should go to Amazon and buy that book, read that book, give your review on that Amazon reviews and see how it changed your life, because it is changing many, many lives. Today, as a guest, we have engineer Nimishmdesai ji. He will be speaking with us about, a journey as an author, majorly, as well as he'll be speaking on journey about his work and a lot of things we're going to know about him. So, first of all, welcome Nimesh ji on the interview today.
Thank you, Kailash, for calling me.
Thank you for giving time, and thank you, because your value would change. A lot of lives, they will get impacted because what they're listening to you. So I want to start with a very interesting question before we get into a book. How did you get the title called "Being the Power of Being Organized"? What is secret behind? What thoughts you had when you were deciding that title?
Kailash, as you said, I'm a civil engineer and I've given 30 years to this industry now. So, and it pains me when I see that this industry is such disorganized today in India. Most of it is run like a babu system. There are very few like big names who are corporates. Otherwise, it's paid kind of a system, as you know, where individual whims and fancies, work. So I want absolutely from bottom of my heart that my real estate industry should become organized, have systems and processes in place, and work as a corporate rather than working as an proprietary firms, even though you call them private limited. And that's why. And the other reason is, one thing I've found in my life and experience, that if you are organized, most of your work can happen in a much better and a shorter time period. And that's what the whole book is all about. So you
Wow.
don't run helter skelter about things, because you are organized. You know when what is coming, and that's the whole book all about it.
Awesome. So even if you know your secret efficiency areas, you work on that. That small time of work can give you far greater results if you put more hours. So I want to little bit introduce Nimesh ji here. Nimesh ji is a qualified civil engineer. He has 30 years of experience in real estate industry. He runs two companies. One is into project management consultancy for a lot of real estate firms. He's from Mumbai, as well as he has another company where he coaches, and he has immense experience running projects successfully. So he is also doing coaching and mentoring to a lot of entrepreneurs, specifically from real estate. But I personally feel the basics are same in entrepreneurship. So and if you get a mentorship from someone senior or who's best-selling author too, your life can change faster. So he's another company where he's helping people on with his skills and his mentoring and his coaching. He's also independent director of three companies in real estate firm only. So he has awesome experience. When you speak to him, when you listen to him today also, you'll feel, I believe in feelings more than what you listen. So you can feel the kind of experience he has. Maybe would you like to add something about your work profile, and how your life was about civil
I've
engineering?
always been out and out civil. I mean, I'm a romantic also, Kailash, and good you asked me this, because I tell a lot of people that at times I feel at least more fortunate than the other woman, the woman of the world. Why? You probably bear one child, two child, three child, four child, and see them grow into a beautiful human beings. Being a civil engineer, we give birth to so many structures. And when you see them from the conception stage to a full adulthood, and the way then they function, the kind of joy that you get in that is amazing. I mean, I believe that way. I take all my structures as my babies. I have a full analogy as to how a structure is a human life. We don't have today time, so I would not explain that, but it is. And if you can relate that way, and if you can build your structures with so much love and care, I know for sure those buildings are going to survive more than 100 years. And I always wanted to create something. I always wanted to be in a field. I can't sit at a place for more than an hour and a half. So I knew from day one I'll be doing something in field. And construction has given me a lot. My guru, AP Remedies, has taught me importance of having quality in your life, having systems in your life, and that is what I've followed all my life, and it's paying rich dividend, Kailash. I mean, I'm, as you said, I'm a director, not independent directors. I'm a shareholder, come
It's
director in
your
all three companies, and I make sure we follow certain systems and what do you call ethics in doing construction, because contractors are again looked down upon in our industry for various reasons, but we try to do it more ethically so that people believe what we are doing.
role.
And I just want to give back to this real estate industry. My love is real estate industry, period.
आपसे when I was listening to निमेश जी, suddenly मेरे दिल में एक शेर बन गया. I don't know how true it is, how good it is, but एक ऐसा मन में आया कि निमेश जी की तरफ से बोलूंगा, पत्थरों के साथ रह के पत्थर नहीं बनाऊं, पत्थरों के साथ रह के पत्थरों का दिल धड़काना चालू किया है, पत्थरों को भी दिल धड़कना सिखाया है. So you know, ये उनके साथ रह के उनके जैसे नहीं हुए, but his creativity, his passion, he brings that to in building, his construction, and that you can feel when you see his work. So Nimesh, and when you've been doing, wonderful job, and you've been successful as a, real estate person, real estate mentor, you have been running so many companies, doing so many projects. What inspired you to write a book? It's a different thing altogether. You think that, I want to come with, first is such a large experience you want to combine as a book and give it. So, but first is, let's go to what inspired you to write a book.
Again, the same Kailash. I mean, I never thought of it being a bestseller. Thank God, with grace of God, it became Amazon bestseller. All I wanted to do is make people understand how important it is to be organized in your life, especially as the tagline says, construction efficiency unraveled, because we are so much helter-skelter on the projects most of the time. So I said ki you can do a project in a very systematic manner without too much heartburns, because less stress you have, the better the product is going to come out to be. So I wanted that experience that I've had for so many years. Kailash, for last 10 to 15 years, I have not worked for more than 5 hours a day.
Wow.
Because I've learned to delegate work and believe in those people whom I'm delegating the work. Okay, they will deliver, if not as equal to me, even better than me. Because there are times when, most of the times we have that human ego कि मेरे ऐसा कोई नहीं कर सकता. We forget that there are people who are better than you. So learn to delegate, learn to trust them, and when you give them responsibility, give authority along with that. Don't hold those strains in, ये पतंग नहीं है जो आप उड़ा रहे हो. You've given them somebody a free hand, let him, I mean, he's also going to make a mistake. He's a human being. But doing that, na Kailash, I've been able to reduce my number of hours. So now what happens is, I don't get into the day-to-day rut of my working. I have those extra 2-3 hours to really think big on my other project. That's why I'm running 5 companies successfully. I mean, that's the whole reason कि grow out of this, become organized, and probably you'll go even bigger. And even civil engineers. I mean, I was a civil engineer. मैं मेरे बाप का धंधे पे नहीं बैठा हूँ. I've come right down from bottom of a trainee engineer to where I am today. So any engineer can become. Suppose it and subject to if you are organized and if you are systematic. Period.
Yeah, wonderful. All the audience, I want to ask you one question right now after listening to Nimesh. How many companies do you run? That's the number one question. And how many hours you give every day for your work? And I know a lot of entrepreneurs will say, Kailash, time ka bharosa hi nahi hai. We give 10 hours, 12 hours, wo bhi kam padte hain. You got to learn things with efficiency. When you learn things with efficiency, see, Nimesh sir is running 5 companies with putting 5 hours every day, and he has built more than 90 lakh square feet. मजाक नहीं, 90 लाख स्क्वायर फीट का काम किया है, उससे ज्यादा का काम किया है और 5 घंटे दिया है. So its secret is in the efficiency, the process, and you don't get this information in the college. You need people like Nimesh sir. You go to them first. You read his book. So you get the basic understanding. Then you go to him, you talk to him. I'll also share his contact details like email and all. If you want to reach, you reach him, and he will teach you how can you be more productive in your work, and grow, have a successful life, enjoy also, not only just keep working on things. So next question I want to ask you, Ramesh, when you were writing the book, I've been taking quite a few authors, and they shared one thing is when they were writing the book, they've also been discovering themselves, and a lot of knowledge was coming in a structured way. So any experience do you want to share in the process of book writing, which was very unique or eureka type, acha, wow, so something has happened?
I mean, when I wrote this, I mean, the first two chapters, I mean, the two chapters in this book were written by me in 1994 or 95.
Wow.
Right. And that time, probably I was not too matured. I did not have the luxury and the kind of ease that we had to publish, thanks to people like you who've come up with, allowing us, enabling us to self-publish our books and all. You had to go to a big publisher and all at
Yes.
that time. And suddenly in COVID time, I thought, and I firmly believe, do what is in your hand, what you can control, rather than worrying about what's in your not hand. I mean, COVID is, you and I can't do anything about it. So why crib about it? So I said, what best can we do? And I just accidentally came upon these two chapters of mine while I was searching for something. And then I said, why not finish the book? And
Wow.
that's when I contacted you. You inspired me. Yeah, right. It's a good subject, and that gave me a more encouragement. Yeah, it's a unique subject. People have not written in real estate industry, so why not write about it? And a lot of things like communications. I've added few things. The other thing that I've really realized in Eureka item from there is the utilization of data.
Wow.
Believe me, Kailash, and it's a research. While I was going writing and doing some research, and when I found 95% of the data that we have in real estate industry, especially, is thrown away without even looking at it. Can you believe the amount of wastage that you're doing of
Yes.
data? Now, if you can correlate those data, accumulate it, and guide from that, the amount of time and money that you can save just by using that data is mind blowing.
Okay.
And that was a real thing. And we've started in our satellite edifx company. We are using now an AI platform with the bot and everything, where I know every single day what amount I've spent, what was my budget, where I should have been, and what kind of an impact it's going to have on my project. And that's an amazing kind of an data that you
Awesome.
can have on a day-to-day basis.
Yeah. So one thing only I can add to what Nimesh is saying is, today the biggest gold, the black gold you call it, or the biggest asset you call it, it's not land, it is not gold, it is not oil, it is data. And that's why Facebook and Google are the biggest company in the world, because they control the data. And we don't have to go that big. At least we start controlling the data in our company. Let's start from there and grow better in our own companies.
Kailash, I can give a written guarantee. If people can seriously start correlating the data and use it, they'll thank me after 2 years.
Wow. And one more thing I want to ask you is a curious question. So this 94, when you wrote these two chapters, so what was the incident where you found this in COVID time again, after 26 years, how they suddenly appear in front of you? So what was the incident? You were doing something, some searching on the computer. Kya hua tha?
Yeah, I mean, no, I wanted to do something which was in my control. Like we've started another platform, which I would like to announce again here, called constructionuniversum.com.
Oh,
Now that's a blogging come writing site for exclusively for real estate industry, where you can come, write your views, write about your expertise, write about your products, whatever you want. I wanted to do more and more for my industry. I mean, Kailash, there is an age when you really want to achieve something, and then you reach a stage where you want to give back. And
yes.
I'm at a stage where I want to give back to. And the biggest problem again with our industry and our civil engineers is, we always say we don't get the kind of respect that and lawyers get. You know the reason why? Because we ourselves don't respect ourselves first.
Oh,
If
okay.
we respect ourselves as a civil engineer and hold my head high, I'm a civil engineer, why would somebody else respect you? So that's the kind of level I want my fellows to have. That's why I brought up the construction unionism. That's what the book also talks about. And as I told you, just we had that talk about it, and you really inspired me to write. And we explored, I think, for hour and a half, we had a call
Yes. Yes.
twice. And then luckily, my mother's birthday, it was coming on 21st of August. So
Yes.
I
And
said, let's
it
start on
has happened.
21st of August. That is my mother's birthday. I took a promise from you that 21st September is my dad's birthday. So you will launch it on Amazon by
Yes.
that date. You said, Nimish, if that is the thing, I will do it for you. And
Yes.
Kailash, let me publicly show my gratitude to you that we did
Exactly.
actually publish the book on 21st of September. So for me, I can't forget the 2 dates, when I started writing and when I published it. And
And
that's how it
it's a
is.
God's grace. I think the Papa's blessing was with us, because I do a lot of books, and there are very few books they hit the chart number one in 3-4 days. Okay, a lot of book takes 15 days, 20 days, 25 days. Some take more time, but Nimeshji book took quick turnaround, and it happened quickly. So because kind of network he has, a lot of blessings we had, and we had a good cause, want to give back, and everything combined together, and the book became bestseller in just few days of launch. It's a wonderful thing to happen. And how many days, Nimesh, you actually, when you restarted this project, how many days you took to write the book?
I think 15 or 20 days, because then I set a target. Again, thanks to Guru Murli. Okay, I said okay, I need at least 15 to 20,000 words.
Hmm.
So if I have to write 20, I mean, we discussed again. You said,
Yes.
Ramesh, good size is going to be so much. So I said not 10, 12,000, but at least let's put at least between 15 and 20,000 words into that. So I put down, ke, come, I have to write 1,500 words a day. Minimum, if it's a good day, write 2,000 words. And
Wow.
as I said, between 2 1, my night time is for me most productive, my body cycle. So I used to sit down after dinner, write, make sure I've written 15 to 2,000 words every single day, collected all the pictures and I wanted within that time period, and give it to you for you to have enough time to
To
design
do
it,
post
do
process.
the, yeah, register it, and then put it up on the Amazon.
So let me repeat what Nimeji said. He's finished book in 15 to 18 days, and his secret recipe was he decided to write minimum 1,500 to 2,000 word every day. He used to write in the night after the dinner, and he used to leave the book once his target is done for the day. And his target, we were targeting around 20,000 words. So if he writes 15 to 20,000 words per day, or 15 into to 2,000 words per day, then 15 days is good enough collecting pictures and all. So if Nimesh can do, you can do too.
Anybody
It's the
can do it.
inspirational.
Again, Kailash, it comes down to being organized and being systematic. If
Yes,
you
again.
decide on that, and you know what happens is, if you put this on your daily chart, the biggest hindrance to anyone being not productive is being procrastinating. The moment you have to decide whether you want to do or you don't want to do, procrastination can kick in, you know.
Yes,
But if you put in कि ये मेरे को इतना बजे करना है, so there's no procrastination. Moment there's no procrastination,
things happens.
what will happen?
So I have one question from, because I work with a lot of first-time authors. A lot of first-time authors start the book and leave in between after writing one chapter, two chapter, and something happens in them. Do you want to give them some suggestion? How can they restart it and finish it quicker?
I would say don't lose heart. I mean, again, I would give the same advice that Guru Murli has given us. Dump whatever comes in your mind. Don't try to make your book perfect the first time around. You write whatever comes to your mind. Kailash, I think I've rewritten it 3 times. All right, I've arranged my chapters 3-4 times, because going on the flow, I thought कि ऐसे आएगा, but then some new thought came, some new chapter
Yes.
came in, which was not coming into that flow, so I had to change it. But dump everything on the paper, then start editing slowly, and make sure you have a sizable. So if you want to write 20,000 words, I'll say dump it up to 35,000 words and then see how it goes. But don't lose. And believe me, एक आध दिन में लेके चलो कि ये बुक कोई नहीं पढ़ने वाला है. We are writing for अपना खुद का सुख के लिए.
Satisfaction. Yes.
कि I have written a book, I am author.
And I also say कि अगर एक भी जिंदगी बदल ली एक किताब से हमने, हमारा पर्पस सॉल्व हो गया. और एक जिंदगी पक्की बदलेगी, वो मेरी खुद की जो मैं लिख रहा हूँ.
खुद की बदलेगी.
पक्का 100% sure.
You really evolve, Kailash. I mean, because your thought process is on that. So you think about it so much, your body language, your thought process changes for sure. And if you live it halfway na kabhi, if not today, after 6 months, after 1 year, you'll feel that कि शायद अगर मैं complete कर लिया हो. But then to start again, then that inertia comes in. So I would say कि अगर गाड़ी चालू की है तो धक्का मार के भी but मंजिल पहुंचा दो.
So I quickly just want to share, Nimesh, a quick story. What you are saying is, and to inspire a lot of people who left in between. I had an author who joined in January. He wrote for 10, 15 days, 3-4 chapters, and then he left in between. In month of April, he got a severe COVID. He was in ICU. He was on the deathbed. A doctor said his lung infection is gone so much that it's very difficult to come up. He was in the medications were not getting, everything was dying. He was alive. He was not in coma, but he was seeing happening. With grace of God, he came back from the hospital. And as soon as he came back from the hospital, he called me up, Kailash, only thing I was, suffering inside, the things I decided and I did not do. And one of the biggest thing, I recently left book writing. And I didn't want it to die, half book there. And it was paining me so much. And I told God, get me back to my home. I want to finish this book. And if you won't take me again. Because I want to leave my knowledge, what I have. If I leave no one, how will people know? And he just came back. He just wrote 20 days. Finish it all. Now we are in the processing of publishing. The book is done to me. So, we don't know how long the life is. Book is legacy. Book's life is far longer than our life. So you leave this procrastination, put into discipline and, discipline, efficiency and do it.
More than anything else, I mean, more than me, my son is feeling proud that my father has written a book and he's become an author.
Yes.
I mean, he started looking at me with a different awe. कि यार मेरे father ने book है. I mean, and when he read it, I mean, you don't discuss so much business with him. He's also become an engineer now. For 1 year, he's working with me. But you don't discuss that kind of a thing with your son. But when he read that, and the kind of respect level that increased as a professional in his eyes has changed again our equation between father and son.
Yeah, I have goosebumps when you're saying it, because if my son have a proud of me, I think my living life is successful. I don't know if I can impress the world. If I can make my son better person, that is what I also live for. And it's a huge achievement, the way your family members look at it.
एक book नहीं बिके अभी. मेरा पैसा पूरा, I mean, all my efforts, energy is वसूल, because the way son, I mean, he actually read the whole thing. He's for with me so many times कि dad ये समझाओ ये क्या है, because he's also become a civil engineer and he also wants to become a leader. And also I said ये समझाओ, and we've never had that kind of a chemistry before.
Awesome.
Let me I mean, unabashedly today to the world. I mean, that changed our relationship.
Yeah, awesome. And it's the biggest thing to happen, जो बच्चों को हम better इंसान बना सकते हैं. And every father wants my son should be better than me. My kids should be better than me. We all want that. And if book can help us get it there, why not? We just do it. And it's legacy. It'll be always there. One more question, Nimesh, I have for you. Other than family member, do you want to share other experiences where you saw suddenly some people's perspective shifted about you, and there is very big shift happened in their mind because of book?
I had to warn all my developers and developers engineers, ये book पढ़ के मेरे पीछे मत पढ़ना, because I'm a contractor. I said, we do 98% of it. So don't catch that 2% again from that book. Again, this is 100% man-made thing in this industry. We've not automated so much like car and all that, where it is 100% robotic. So I said, थोड़ा ऊंच नीच होने वाला है हर एक project पे, even though we try our best. So, they used to have that smile, but it changed. I mean, a lot of things have changed. Like people look up to you with little respect, ke, because when they read, then you okay, whatever I may be. I mean, I'm again little short tempered when it comes to work. Off my work, I'm a most laid back guy, but at work, I mean, people call me Ravan and Hitler and all that behind my back on my projects, and I'm okay with it. But they also started,
Wow.
respecting the engineers, because then they realized, okay, I've gone through this. It's my life experience that I've put into this. So
Wow.
I'm not preaching something which I've not practiced in my life before, because I've quoted examples there. So
Hmm.
now it has become easier for me also to follow, because I tell them, boss, book diya hai, because I give them free complimentary, boss, pad aur tere ko aisa karna hai. So it has made life a little easier for me in that sense also.
Awesome.
And you get a lot of calls. My mother's friends call, and on mother gets lots of calls saying that तुम्हारा बेटा author बन गया ये वो. So she feels that another
Oh, yeah, I know.
different level of need. I wish my father was here to see this. That's the
He
only
would have
regret
been,
problem.
yeah, he would have been very proud. He, wherever he is, he must be proud, but you experiencing that would have been a different thing altogether.
I miss his smirky smile, and it was amazing. I mean,
Yeah.
wherever he is, yep. I
Yeah,
hope he's
you
ready.
must be right now also smiling when you're talking to me.
He's right in front of me smiling.
Yes, yes. So it's good. I have, let me just finishing and we'll finish in a couple of minutes more. I have one very important question to you, Nimesh, because it's a big myth in the making, but I want to see what you feel. So did you follow any mentor for book writing? And do you think, what is the role of book mentor in book writing? Because a lot of people say, "Like, book to humko likhni hai, to mentor ka kya kaam? So I have to write." So did you follow someone? If yes or no? And do you think what is the role of a mentor in book writing process?
More than a mentor, Kailash, honestly, I would say you need somebody who's an accountability partner.
Yeah,
All right.
accountable partner.
You are the writer, you know what you want to write. I can't help you write what you want to write. All right. And that's what we do as a business coach. I'm not doing your work, but I'm
Yes.
here as your sounding board. Whatever ideas you have, bounce off me, we will discuss. I will give you my point of view. And if you say that you're going to write 1500 words a day, next day morning, I will just send a WhatsApp. Like, and I'm doing for a couple of 2, 3 other people in our mastermind group. Okay, boss, did you write? So
Yes.
at least he's become, the biggest challenge with us and entrepreneurs in general, and why people need business coaches. The main reason is that accountability factor. In schools, colleges, we had teachers to account to, parents to account to, but as an entrepreneur, you are not accountable to anybody. Nahi kiya, koi puchne nahi aa raha hai. But here, when you make somebody an accountability partner, where you
Mm.
sound off your ideas with them, discuss with them, and then you have to answer them. कि boss मैंने लिखा नहीं लिखा.
Yes.
Then the work happens, and that plays a huge role. That can even eliminate that procrastination, because आपको सोने के पहले आपको पता है कि वो कल पूछने
Who's
वाला है,
the
तो उससे अच्छा मैं लिख दूं. क्योंकि आप एक दिन बहाना करोगे, दो second day you'll give it. How many days will give you excuse for not writing?
Correct, correct.
And
Awesome.
I look at mentor in that sense, that he's more of a sounding board and accountability partner.
Yeah. So I can clearly say that if there are two people, one is writing book by himself, or someone is working with some expert accountability partner, the chances of this person who's working with someone is very high to finish book faster compared to someone who may be doing alone. He also
And
can
don't
do it, but maybe the process would be a little
yeah,
more cumbersome and
and I'm saying
longer.
don't copy anybody's style. Make your own unique style.
Yes.
Don't say go by method के ऐसा लिखना है वैसा लिखना है. You write what you feel right, and leave it to the publisher to arrange it in a nice way, but follow your
Your
style.
style. And a lot of people have contributed to your book on life journey. So I want to ask you one more question: is do you want to give gratitude to few people in your life who, specifically in book, they've been, because whatever book you've written, a lot of contribution has been there by people around
My
you.
biggest gratitude is to my guru, late AP Remedios, the one who taught me, one who put quality and systems in my veins, by which I'm living. I would like to give to my parents, my lot of seniors with whom I've worked. And it's an absolute, without their support, without their encouragement, and I would not have where I am today. I would not have
Mhm.
learned so much that I've learned without their support. And another is my what you call personal guru. I mean, for him, I'm like a Dronacharya and Eklavya. I've never met him, but I hear him a lot. That is Morari Bapu. I've
Wow.
heard him a lot, and the way he talks and the way he gives things back to the society. So my two gurus and parents always, but a lot of people who've contributed in my journey, right about, absolute gratitude to them.
Yeah, wonderful. Because gurus is what make us. Parents make us. Parents are the how part, and gurus have other hard part to make us what we are. So this is what I also feel. Gratitude to my own gurus. The way we've been doing and blessing us to help authors to publish the books. One more question I have for you is, what is beyond book now? How you're going to take the knowledge further and help people, and what is your plan after the book now?
Honestly, I did not do much after that because I got busy with some other works and other field. But I think I'm gonna make a webinar and talk shows around
Mhm.
my book now that we have time. I've done with Construction Universum and few other things. I'm writing another book. Again, as I said, I work for 5 hours. So now I'm going to put all those secrets and other things
Correct.
in that book. And that book is titled 5 Hours Day.
Wow.
And I think on my book tag, you have mentioned on the back side that second book is going to be 5 hour work day.
Yes.
And I'm going to make sure okay, everybody gets five because Kailash, people get so bogged down in their professional life. And I would like to quote here, if you have, give me 2 more minutes, because I love this quote. I never knew when I was practicing, but when I was researching, I realized Laura Vandekam is one of the biggest time management gurus in the
Hmm.
world today. And she says that you need three baskets in your life: professional, family, friends, and you. And all these three baskets need to be filled proportionately equally. You can't have one heavier than the other too much because then you are not living a fulfilled life. So to have a family time, to have friends time, to have your own me time, ensure that you have a very controlled professional time. So 5 hours, as I look at it, couple of hours for me time and couple of hours for my family, and you live a fulfilled life.
Wow.
So
So
it's going to be the
you should
book
have
is going to be
balance of
five
all
hour
three
work.
baskets.
Correct. And
So
that's what the book will about.
yeah, that's what his book is all about. So how do you get things done in more efficient way? And I recommend you go ahead and read this book as soon as possible. Give a feedback. And one last question to you, Nimeshi, that would you like to give advice to future authors who want to write a book? Maybe a couple of advices. How can they start and finish it quicker? And that's how we will finish this session for today.
So the easiest way to write a book is write on something you are very good at, rather than looking at what is trending in the world today.
Hmm.
Forget about what's trending in the world. If it's not your niche, you will not be able to write. You will do Google Baba cut and paste. It is not your work.
Hmm.
So if you are good at, like I am good at systems and processes and being organized, I wrote about that. If you are good at a particular thing, which it's a passion which keeps you going every day, write about that. It will be easier to write on that. You may have to search a little, of course, but core intact, because that is what you are good at. And don't live halfway. And that first word you write on that day, think nobody is going to read this book. The book is getting written for myself and enlightenment. You will finish the book, and believe me, most of the books which are written from heart become bestsellers.
Become better. Yes. Yes, it's a wonderful suggestion to all the upcoming authors. Just follow the path of people who have walked the path, like Nimeshji. Follow the path, become the author, enjoy the authority, enjoy the credibility. be more successful in life. That's what we both wish you all. And I would like to, give thank to all of you to spend some time with us, look at this interview, learn. And if you want to contact Nimesh ji, I'm going to put his email or contact details in the description below, or in the description below here. You can contact him further, take his advice and contact him and work with him if you want to as a coach. So that's one thing. And I would like to definitely thank Nimesh ji. He is able to get time out for us and speak to us, inspire all of us to become successful author. How can be more effective, more efficient? And we could sense, how many of you felt what I said in the initial, when we're starting, and you will feel him when you listen to him. How many of you felt that? I felt. There were a couple of places I had goosebumps too. So thank you very much, Nimesh ji, for giving us time, spending time with us and sharing your knowledge with all of us.
Thank you very much once again, Kailash, for calling me on this show and allowing me to share my experience with the wider audience. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Thank you very much, and see you soon again. If your audience needs, I will call you again soon. But see you soon. Anyhow, we're going to catch up soon. So
thank you.
Okay. Bye-bye. And thank you for your time again. Bye-bye.
Thank you.